Good morning, everybody. Welcome to May 8th, 2017. And on the open, we'll take a look at European markets. And it is an interesting morning, to say the least. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group. Securities offered by MoneyBlock. And when I say it's an interesting morning, it's a classic morning. This new trading week we saw over the weekend, a catalyst that everyone's been waiting for, the outcome, which is the French elections. Macron won by a landslide. 69% of the vote went his way, but it was also something that was very interesting. Lowest turnout since 1969. So not a ton of conviction by French voters with just the number of individuals that are participating. When you take a look at this, though, what is notable is that the CAC is down now about 1%. So you're seeing a classic sell the news type of reaction. You're seeing, though, that names like auto names like Peugeot, Renault are all down to the downside. And really, you're going to start seeing a shift to economic data as being the focal point and the catalyst going forward now that we have this French election out of the way. Of course, we will have German elections that will be heating up very soon. We have some local German events that have occurred over the weekend that put Merkel in a little bit of a stronger standing. But really right now you're going to watch French exporters. If you see any weakness in China, if you see anything as far as strength or weakness in the Asian region, that's going to impact potentially France. Also, though, you will see that what could be a catalyst to the next leg to the upside is the euro. Since the Union still looks like it's going to be holding together with Macron now in power as president, this could keep the European Union a little bit more cohesive, despite the fact that over the next 2 years they're going to be unwinding Britain from the Union. We'll keep an eye on that. Watch financials. The bonds have been taking a little bit of a hit right here. Let's watch those financial names very closely. They're going to be watching how the interest rate markets are going to react now that Macron is in officially. Speaking of Germany, as we had mentioned with Merkel, her party is now gaining some strength in some local elections. And so that is going to be rolling into the elections in Germany. And with Merkel's party getting more momentum, that's going to have German financials really on the radar screen. They are under pressure this morning after the French elections. And we're also seeing consumer names. Apparel shoemaker Adidas under pressure this morning, as well as looking at chemical maker BASF. You are seeing, though, that autos, the exporters, are like BMW, Volkswagen. They're to the upside. We saw that in Japan with Toyota and Mazda. These weaker currencies, the weaker euro, then as a matter of fact, if you take a look at the euro right now, the euro is trading down. If you take a look at the ETF EXY, trading at 109.50, down 50 cents. So that weaker euro is helping out exporters and specifically German exporters at this juncture. Finally, taking a look at the UK, the FTSE is trading right now up 7.5. Now, this is the best performing index out there in the European Union at this juncture. It is now bouncing off its 20 and 50-day moving average. For you technicians, that means that the short-term and intermediate-term bulls are starting to grab control. That's a positive for the bulls in the upside in the short and intermediate term. For those of you that aren't technical analysts, use this red line and green line as areas of support at this juncture for the British markets. Right now, consumer names are moving to the upside. Even despite the fact that we did see some housing data, pricing came out. Actually, housing prices in the UK are dropping. They were down about 0.2%, which is not hugely significant, but the expectation was an increase of 0.2%. So we'll watch that. Energy, like Royal Dutch, is also to the upside this morning, but we're seeing miners, specifically Rio Tinto and Anglo American, under pressure. Watch that sector very closely. That is a bullish sector, one that really does dictate and give some kind of perspective on what's going on in that materials segment and metals. All right, folks, that is it for On the Open in Europe. We're going to be back at 9:30 Eastern Time. I'm going to be checking out everything in the U.S. markets. And hey, this is where you now start to take control of your finances. If you have any questions or considerations, give me an email at jcusick@moneyblock.com or info@MarketStream.live. We'll talk to you at 9:30 Eastern Time here at MarketStream. Take care.